Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Olympia D here, and I'm coming back to you with another episode on my series of strange occurrences. So, tonight's episode is going to be coming out of New Hampshire. I'm going to read the article, then I'm going to give my opinion on the facts. Joseph Ferlazzo had told interviewers he dismembered his wife Emily with a handsaw 12 to 15 hours after shooting her and put her body parts in trash bags, according to a police affidavit filed in the court. A man accused of killing his 22-year-old wife after she went missing earlier this week pleaded not guilty in a court in Vermont Wednesday. It comes the day after police said he confessed to killing his wife in a camper van they had converted into a living and traveling space. Joseph Ferlazzo, 41, told detectives he had killed Emily Ferlazzo on Saturday inside their vehicle in Bolton, Vermont, state police stated. But at his arraignment on a first-degree murder charge Wednesday morning in Vermont Superior Court in Burlington, his attorney entered a not guilty plea. Joseph Ferlazzo will remain jailed without bail on the charge, which could bring a life sentence if he is convicted. We do believe the evidence of guilt is great, Chittenden County State's Attorney Sarah George told Judge Gregory Rainville during Wednesday's arraignment. Police recovered a body that's believed to be Emily Ferlazzo. They announced late Tuesday an autopsy was set to be performed to confirm her identity and determine how she died. According to a police affidavit filed in court, Joseph Ferlazzo had told interviewers he dismembered his wife with a handsaw 12 to 15 hours after shooting her and put her body parts in trash bags. Police then obtained a search warrant for the couple's Chevrolet Express bus and found 8 plastic garbage bags in the bathroom. One was opened and one had a severed human leg without the foot, which was inside, the affidavit stated. Vermont State Police said they still are poring over evidence in this case, and George indicated more charges could be coming, possibly linked to alleged dismemberment. Joseph Ferlazzo will be back in court within a few weeks for a hearing on the state's evidence against him, Rainville noted during Wednesday's hearing. Emily Ferlazzo of Northfield, New Hampshire, was first reported missing by her family on Monday night. She'd been traveling from New Hampshire to Vermont with her husband and was last seen Saturday afternoon at an Airbnb in Bolton, police stated. According to what the victim's mother and stepfather told police, the Ferlazzos' visit to Vermont was for a camping trip to celebrate the couple's one-year wedding anniversary. Joseph Ferlazzo had initially told the family that his wife had disappeared after the couple had an argument in their camper Saturday afternoon. He later confessed to killing her in the early hours of Saturday morning in that same camper, according to police. Police found a camper in St. Albans at a friend's house. Upon obtaining a search warrant, police were able to inspect the camper Tuesday and found what they believed to be Emily Ferlazzo's remains. In the police affidavit made public following the arraignment, the investigators wrote that Emily's mom described her daughter surviving several previous instances of domestic violence in this marriage, which left her with scratches and bruises. I think we need to come up with a better way to help a lot of these survivors in the community before we involve police, George said in response to a question from NBC 10 Boston following the arraignment, and helping these individuals become more independent and get away from their abusers in a way that is safe and allows them to maintain financial independence, employment, housing, and childcare without the control and possession continuing from their partners. Unfortunately, it's moments like this that remind us how prevalent domestic violence is and what the stakes are, said Nicole Cuban, the executive director of Steps to End Domestic Violence. This can hopefully serve to get folks involved in supporting anyone who might be impacted by violence in their community to speak up, say something, learn how to be active in the work we're all doing to end domestic violence. Cuban pointed people, regardless of their location in the U.S., to the website of the National Domestic Violence Hotline, which offers text or web chat features. Its voice line is 1-800-799-7233. And therein lies the end of this article. So this is a crazy case because it sort of reminds me of that case that recently happened with Gabby Petito, and they were traveling in a van. This was something similar to that because they converted their van to a camper or something like that, and were traveling around in it. And yeah, I've seen a lot of other cases where weird stuff happens when that type of situation is going on. I don't know if it's because they're too close together, or it's too much of a close encounter, or the change in the space, or it's just the person's personality, or whatever it is. But this is very, very terrible because he cut her body up, which is such a heinous crime and a way to, it's the brutality involved in doing something like that. The person is already dead, but you still feel the need to cut their body into pieces. It's very, very disgusting. And yeah, she was 22 years old. He was 41. So there was quite a bit of an age difference. And, you know, her life was ended um, by choosing the wrong person to be with, I guess, and being married to the wrong person and in an abusive relationship. So may she rest in peace. She didn't deserve whatever happened to her. My condolences to the family. And leave your comments what you think about this case, what you think about this woman who was married to a guy, and there was a lot going on behind the scenes that people didn't talk about, but her family suspected it and they knew parts of it, but they really didn't, I guess, take it too serious, or they did what they could, but this still was the worst possible outcome that happened to her. So again, leave it in the comments what you think. May she rest in peace. Stay safe, everybody.